Title: The Story of Harishchandra, A Tale of Truth and Triumph. Chapter 1: The Just King. Long ago, in the heart of ancient India, there ruled a noble and just king named Harishchandra. His reputation as a righteous ruler spread far and wide, earning him the love and respect of his subjects. King Harishchandra's kingdom was a place where truth and justice reigned supreme. From a young age, Harishchandra had been taught the importance of truth and honesty. His parents instilled in him the values of integrity, compassion, and fairness. As he ascended the throne, he swore an oath to always uphold these principles. Under King Harishchandra's rule, the kingdom prospered. People lived in harmony, and justice was served swiftly and fairly. King's wisdom and sense of duty were unmatched, and his subjects lived in peace and contentment. Chapter 2: The Promise. One fateful day, as King Harishchandra was inspecting his kingdom and speaking with his subjects, he encountered a revered sage named Vishwamitra. The sage, known for his austere penances and deep wisdom, was impressed by the king's reputation for justice and righteousness. Sage Vishwamitra approached King Harishchandra and said, "O noble king, your commitment to truth and justice is known throughout the land. I have a request, a test of your unwavering devotion to honesty." Intrigued and eager to prove his commitment, King Harishchandra replied, "O great sage, I'm ready to fulfill any request you make, for I hold truth above all else." Chapter 3: A Difficult Decision. Sage Vishwamitra's request was a test of unparalleled magnitude. He asked King Harishchandra to donate his entire kingdom, along with all his wealth and possessions, as an offering to the sage himself. It was a test that would challenge the very core of his commitment to truth. The king, bound by his promise to always speak the truth and never waver from his duty, had no choice but to agree. With a heavy heart, he transferred the entirety of his kingdom and wealth to Sage Vishwamitra. Overnight, King Harishchandra's life changed dramatically. He and his family were left with nothing but the clothes on their backs. The royal palace, once a symbol of opulence, was now the property of the sage. King's unwavering commitment to truth was about to be tested like never before. Chapter 4: The Sacrifice. Stripped of his kingdom and wealth, King Harishchandra, along with his devoted queen Shavya and their young son Rohiteshva, faced a harsh and uncertain future. King's sense of duty and commitment to truth remained unshaken. Their lives had taken an unexpected turn. With nowhere else to turn, King Harishchandra, Queen Shavya, and Prince Rohiteshva took refuge in a desolate cemetery on the outskirts of their former kingdom. The cemetery was a place where the dead were laid to rest, and the living rarely ventured. Here, in the shadow of towering trees and ancient tombstones, the royal family began a new chapter of their lives. King Harishchandra took on the role of the caretaker of the cemetery, performing the last rites for the departed souls and maintaining the sacred grounds. Chapter 5: A Life of Hardship. Life in the cemetery was far from comfortable. King Harishchandra, once a ruler of a prosperous kingdom, now wore tattered clothes and led a simple and ascetic life. He and his family had to endure the harsh elements, scorching heat, and bone-chilling nights. They relied on the meager offerings brought by those who came to cremate their loved ones. It was a life of humility and hardship. The king's commitment to truth and righteousness remained unshaken. Day after day, King Harishchandra carried out his duties in the cemetery, offering prayers for the souls of the departed, and performing the last rites with utmost sincerity. His unwavering commitment to his duty and his dedication to truth inspired those who witnessed his selfless actions. And so, in the heart of the cemetery, under the open sky and surrounded by the memories of the departed king, Harishchandra's commitment to truth shone brightly, a beacon of righteousness in a world filled with challenges and temptations. Chapter 6: The Test of Time. Years passed, and King Harishchandra, along with Queen Shavya and Prince Rohiteshva, continued to live in the cemetery. Their life was one of simplicity and sacrifice, a testament to the enduring commitment to truth and duty. As time went by, the story of the virtuous king living in the cemetery spread throughout the land. People from far and wide came to witness the unwavering devotion of King Harishchandra to his duty and truth. They marveled at his resilience in the face of adversity. Yet, even as his commitment to truth remained steadfast, King Harishchandra yearned for a way to provide a better life for his beloved family. He knew that their hardships were a result of the promise he had made to Sage Vishwamitra, a promise he could not break. Chapter 7: The Testing continues. Sage Vishwamitra, still testing the king's resolve, decided to put him through even more trials. He appeared before King Harishchandra once again, this time with a request that would push the boundaries of the king's dedication to truth. "O king," said the sage, "your commitment to truth has been admirable, but I have another test for you. Sell your wife, Queen Shevya, and your son, Prince Raiteshva, into slavery. Offer them as a sacrifice to uphold your vow." King Harishchandra was faced with an impossible choice. On one hand, he had sworn to uphold truth above all else. On the other hand, he could not bear the thought of parting with his beloved family. The weight of his duty and love for his family pressed heavily upon his heart. Chapter 8: A Moment of Desperation. Torn between his duty to protect his family and his unwavering commitment to truth, King Harishchandra faced a moment of desperation. He knew that he could not refuse sage Vishwamitra's demand without breaking his vow. The thought of selling his wife and son into slavery was unbearable. In his anguish, the king turned to Queen Shevya and explained the impossible situation they face. Queen Shevya, a woman of immense strength and devotion, understood the depth of her husband's commitment to truth. With tears in her eyes, she said, "My lord, I too am bound by the same commitment to truth. If it is your duty to uphold your vow, then it is my duty to support you in your path." And so, with heavy hearts, King Harishchandra and Queen Shevya made the painful decision to sell themselves and their young son into slavery, accepting their fate with grace and resolve. Chapter 9: A Miraculous Reunion. Years passed, and the royal family lived separate lives in servitude. But as fate would have it, they found themselves reunited in the most unexpected of places, a cremation ground where they had once sought refuge. It was a moment of miraculous serendipity. King Harishchandra, now toiling as a menial laborer in the same cremation ground, came face to face with his beloved wife, Queen Shevya, and their grown son, Prince Raiteshva. The remarkable reunion was a testament to the enduring power of truth and the unwavering commitment of this noble family. Despite the trials and tribulations they had endured, their love and devotion remained undiminished. Chapter 10: The Return of Glory. Touched by the unwavering commitment and sacrifices of King Harishchandra, Queen Shevya, and Prince Raiteshva, the gods themselves intervened. They recognized the purity of their hearts and the steadfastness of their dedication to truth. In a divine display of grace, gods not only freed the royal family from their life of hardship and servitude, but also restored to King Harishchandra his kingdom, wealth, and honor. The king and his family were once again united in prosperity and happiness. People of the kingdom rejoiced at the return of their beloved king and queen. King Harishchandra's commitment to truth and righteousness had withstood the most arduous of tests, and had earned him the admiration and love of his subjects. Chapter 11: The Legacy. The story of Harishchandra, the noble king, who sacrificed his kingdom, wealth, and even his family in the pursuit of truth, became legendary. It was a tale of unwavering commitment, sacrifice, and the triumph of righteousness. King Harishchandra's legacy lived on, a timeless lesson in the power of staying true to one's principles and upholding honesty and justice, even in the face of immense challenges. And so, the story of Harishchandra, the king who held truth above all else, remains a beacon of inspiration for generations to come, a reminder that the pursuit of truth and righteousness is a path worth following, no matter the cost. The end. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the next piece. Please give a like and subscribe. Thank you.